Okay guys, welcome back. Okay, first instructional video of 2020. And what I'm going to do, guys, is just explain a little bit about the reason we operate and should be thinking about having a predominance of emphasis and effort into this axis as opposed to this axis over here. That's a forward vertical axis, this is a trail vertical axis. The reason we want to emphasize the trail vertical axis, guys, really is elementary geometry and swing mechanics requirements. And that being, because the ball is positioned off the trail axis, we don't want to be moving into the lead axis at all in terms of a requirement or a deliberateness of application, because we're just going to get past the line of efficiency of impact. We don't want to be over here, we want to be there because the ball is there. The reason we move into that lead axis in a normal golf swing is because the ball is predominantly up near the lead axis. We have to get up to it, but we don't have to get up to it when it's back here. All we have to do is get to it, and the getting to it really does require that we stay in this trail axis and we activate that trail axis as a power source. Okay, the arms coming down on plane and straightening and using those levers there are 80% of the power producing capability of a golf swing. We know that. That process there. But we need the sequencing aspect of the lower body to start the swing correctly coming down. And that is that from the top of the swing, something in the lower body has to start first. Now, if we're going to want to maintain an association with that trail vertical axis, then we've got to make sure that it's the one that we key in on in terms of motion. In a conventional swing here, we're getting that lead side activated like that. That lead side drives and rotates and gets us over to that lead side, and it creates some power sequencing as well. But because we've got the ball back here, we need to start our sequencing off our trail axis. Now, a lot of people will say, you know, the swing looks like it's staying back and hitting up and away. Well, it is. It is, because we don't want to be forward. If we've got the ball back here and we take the club back and we move into the lead side, we're past the line of club head application efficiency. We can't get to the ball because we're past it, so we can't release it. So clearly, what we need to do with channel lock, is stay in that line of vertical axis positioning. We need to just stay here. There. Now, even though I'm getting a little bit of drive twist out of that lead side, I'm not going laterally to get into it. I'm feeling that the right, or the trail hip and buttock is driving, and that's the consequence of that, is that it's driving that lead side around. But that's not the emphasis. The emphasis is in the trail side. So it's basically that. There. Now, the other thing, guys, which I haven't mentioned before at all ever in channel lock, but in order to get an into-out path easily in channel lock and stop getting outside the line and that type of attack, we want that type of attack. We want to be in the channel, and the channel is here. The simplest way to do that, guys, believe it or not, the simplest way is to get in the channel and hit into out and have the shoulders closed is to think about hitting up. Hitting up, firing the club up in the downswing, which is what Mike Austin did, who was the longest hitter of his era. It's what Count Yogi did. You fire the club up as a thought process from the top of the swing. Now, you know what's interesting biomechanically and just mechanically and kinetically mechanically is that you can't fire the club up to up. So you're not going to top the ball, because in order to fire the club up from here, you have to fire it down first. It's physically impossible to fire it up. It fires down and then up. That's a reality. So what we need to do is think about, when we're in position here, club here, the downswing, fire the club that way. Now, what that will do immediately is it will force you into that trail axis and force that trail foot into the ground, which will give you that power source of pushing into the ground. You're firing down, you're pushing into that trail leg and forcing that trail foot into the ground, and the earth is forcing itself back against you. So I'm saying that we've got to really emphasize being here and hitting up, hitting up, hitting up. I think I'll start off with a 4-iron JH. Six iron will do. So I'm feeling that. That's what I'm feeling. This is activating because I'm doing that. Doing that, I'm actually augering my trail leg. Leg feels like it's an auger. But you need to hit up. And people who are having trouble with the driver from that back position, and a couple of guys have mentioned that of late. Guys, the ground is so hard here with the drought. Can't believe can't even get the tee in. Yeah, what you need to do with the driver clearly is we don't need to be going this way. We need to be coming that way. And if you can come that way and up way, we want to be into, out and up. If we can do that with this golf swing, and particularly with the driver, you're really going to be getting the golf club operating pretty efficiently. And as long as you've got the golf club releasing and the face shut down a little bit, when you hit into, out and up, the ball will hit a nice high push draw. That's the way it's designed. Now guys, I haven't hit a shot for ages, and I've just come down today, I haven't hit any shots. But I'm going to hit driver. Now again, just digressing a little bit, the reason I know that I can hit this driver easily now is because I'm playing a 40-inch driver and I wouldn't go anywhere else. And down the track, or maybe in the next couple of days, I'll go over my equipment specifications now. But this is a 40-inch driver, first hit of 2020, and I'm going to hit up. I'm going to hit up. Now guys, first shot of the day, end of the year, on the JH practice tee. And we've changed a few targets around here now. We've got because the ranger's orientation is going to go that way now. And that was, we've got our old red car out here, and I aimed at the car and that just went straight over the car. First shot of 2020. But see how I look like I'm back and the club is up there? Do that again. Here we are guys, there's the foot there, back cock. Now it looks like I'm laying back, doesn't it? That's only because I'm emphasising the stabilisation and the maintenance of that trail vertical axis. I want to stay on that and hit away from it. Now guys, just to give you a bit of background, I've been really working out hard in the last few months, and I've actually improved my strength about 15% in the gym, but I paid the price for that, and I've lost a little bit of flexibility. I never do any flexibility training, so I'll probably look a little bit stiff and crotchety. I'm surprised that I hit it that well. Okay, so here we are, here. So I'm in here. That's a good thing about channel lock, guys. I can come back after all that time, just hop up and hit the ball. Every one of those ones is in play, and they're probably within a 15-yard corridor. All right, now we're warmed up. Hit a proper one. Trail foot, back cock. Well guys, it doesn't get any easier than that to do as a feeling. That feels very, very easy. So let's recap. We need to feel that we're firing off the trail axis, not the forward axis. We don't have to get over to the... I'll hit a conventional shot and just show you why we need to get over to a lead side and activate this vertical axis. And that's clear, guys, because we've got the ball there. We've got to get from here to the ball. So we've got to get all that weight over there. First iron of the year. That's just perfect. That is just perfect. That's just conventional. So I'm over here, I've released that trail side because I've got to do all that to get to that forward ball. But because the ball is not forward, in channel lock I don't have to get to it. I don't have to get to it. Ball's back here, stay back on that trail axis. So I'm sitting down here, guys, look. Sitting down there and not having all that rotary process going on with the body just lets the arms work more efficiently. It just lets them really fire past a stabilised body. That's the advantage. Let's say about channel lock, I can come back after all that time and just smash it. Look at this, guys, I'm sitting back, club's going out there towards that bush over there, the ball's going straight towards the target. Now I'll just show you, if I have the ball back and I let that lead side rotate and take the weight forward and lose the stability of that trail vertical axis, this will happen. So I'm past the ball, I can't hit it. I mean, I've hit that about third or fourth groove. I can't get to the ball and I can't release it, and I certainly can't hit up because I'm over here. But staying back, I can hit up. When I say hit up, what does it mean? I mean, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to fire the club straight up in the air. Like, yeah, I think it's going past my hands as a feeling. Just fire it straight up in the air. Now they're just looseness, just 3/4 shots, but everyone's dead straight. All right, we'll try and hit a full shot. Now guys, that's just, whew, that's downtown. So, recap, we're hitting up, we're staying back here, we don't want to move forward. If we can get that look about us, fine. If we get a little bit of this about us, that's okay, as long as we get good ball flight, doesn't matter. One more. That's as good as old JH can hit it, and as good as old JH has ever hit it. Those first few shots were a bit crotchety because I've been away. But that's, and the other emphasis this year, guys, for me, is going to be on the, tempo. Trying to have a really nice, relaxed backswing tempo. How do we get that measurement? Guys, just come in and put your foot down, and then try and put the club in line with your trail leg, and there. That's how to get the measurement. It don't get any better than that. With channel lock now, I get no movement on the ball at all. It's essentially a dead straight, it's a dead straight shot. It just, I don't get any movement. Okay, nice tempo, Judge. Now that looks like doesn't look like a normal golf swing, does it? And it looks like someone that probably hasn't played before. But if you were here watching that ball flight, and I was behind a screen, and you couldn't see me, you wouldn't know I had that type of swing. But the ball flight, guys, I can assure you, is perfection. Absolute perfection. One more, and we'll really ramp this up. Now for me, guys, I don't think you can get that action going too early as a feeling. To get that going that early, which will get you hitting up. You don't want to be coming in here, you know, holding on to lag, getting in here and think, oh, now I've got to hit up. Just think you want that. You've got to throw it from the top of the swing. Throw it down and up. It's a throw down up. Now guys, even when I played my best golf, my best ball striking, my best scoring with a conventional golf swing, I always used to hit up. I used to play the ball up quite a way and I would hit up. Like that. And that's just a perfect golf shot. So the hit up was even in my old swing. Just a conventional swing, the hit up is in it. And it just goes out there perfect. All right, to get the feeling of working with that trail axis and the hit up, just get a pitching wedge, 9 or whatever. Just hit some little shots, 60, 70 yard shots. Here, it's going to take it up and drive the weight down into that trail axis. I say 60 or 70, that's gone like about 110. And that's a very leisurely type golf swing, isn't it? Not so much a bulletin in this first video guide because there's a lot to go over. Alright, so just get in here with a wedge, just take it up here, keep the weight in that trail leg and hit up. Because hitting up is hitting out. You cannot come across the ball, I promise you, hitting up. It's physically impossible. It's geometrically impossible. And I don't know why people... I used to always teach really good players, if they came in, they were hitting their driver all over the place, or their clubs, good players, I'm talking scratch players, even tournament players, and they were hitting the ball awful with the driver, longer clubs. All I used to do was say, just try and hit the ball 100 feet high with the driver. How would I do that? Just try and hit up. And immediately they start hitting up. Every player used to hit the ball straight. Because in hitting up, you can't get across it. You just can't get across it. And I used to use that tactic on everybody. And I never had a failure once. So here we go. Here, keep that weight on the trail side. And the contact you make, guys, is nice. No gougy divots. See, every one of those balls is probably within front to back, probably 5 to 6 yards, and they're all within a 15 yard circle, or maybe probably 15 foot circle. There's just no movement on it. So just do that. Okay guys, it's really hot here. It's probably about 35 degrees today even here. So yeah, that's just the first part. I'm not going to change too much in channel lock. I've worked out in my brain that not a lot has to be changed. A few things in the sequencing, but I'll get onto that as the weeks progress going forward. Okay guys, I'm going to fry here, so I'm going to get out of the frying sun. 49.5 degrees Celsius in Sydney yesterday. About 36 here right now. It's really bad. You see. Okay guys, welcome back to the practice tee, and we look forward to a bigger and better 2020.